Morning.
Morning.
It's Monday, it's the 27th of May, and it's post-election day. Well, for us anyway, because Kerry's all done, so now it's all about the Europeans, and I think there's something like 700 of 900 seats filled locally, but all Kerry is sorted. And let me just start by saying, I don't know that you spotted, but our team here put in some amount of work this weekend.
Yeah.
I was here for a bit Saturday, I got to kind of witness it firsthand from the opening bit, but between the social media and the on-air updates constantly with Jerry and Deirdre and the entire news team, Jesus Christ, lads, they did some job, so fair play to them. But so we now have all the council seats done and dusted in all the various local electoral areas, and that's what it's all about in the front pages of the papers today, because the European count is continuing today, you know, so none of those seats are filled yet. But the Examiner's front page says, country on red alert for general election. Varadkar himself yesterday, he's the one who actually stated that he's not ruling out a general election anytime soon. So no one asked him about it. He brought this up himself, and he said it twice. He said it on radio and TV, and they're like, ooh.
Okay, right.
So all the papers lead with that this morning.
I went along to the Tralee Count Centre for a while yesterday. I love the buzz of the Count Centre.
Yeah.
It's just, you see everything, the agony and the ecstasy of it, and people being elected and the excitement of that. And then it's very, very hard. You realise how hard it is for people to put themselves forward and then maybe get very, very few votes. So,
yeah, that's true.
It's a tough one for people. The Times Ireland edition, more on that story on the front page. Varadkar refuses to rule out snap general election. They've managed to get a photo of Leo Varadkar at the RDS in Dublin yesterday, just with the word exit. Exit and Leo. That's the Times Ireland edition front page as well. More bad news for Leinster's O'Brien. He's going to miss the World Cup. Absolutely beset by injury. His career has been a disaster in terms of injuries. He's leaving Leinster, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to London Irish, so
that's on the front page. Davy Fitz was sent off as Wexford and Galway drew, so another draw for Wexford in the Leinster Championship as well. And some 540 million years ago, life began to bloom on Earth during the Cambrian period. Am I saying that right, by the way? But scientists say that we're now entering a new geological chapter, and this is the first one created by man. So that's an interesting article on the front page of the Times Ireland edition today.
Same story in the Independent. Fine Gael blame game begins. Pressure on Varadkar over Murphy, but Taoiseach won't rule out a general election. And swing fall. TD Maria Bailey at the weekend dropped her lawsuit after falling off a swing. Well, she could lose up to €9,500 top-up, and prestigious housing role is what the Independent also has on their front page this morning.
The Mirror carries a very sad story coming out of New York yesterday that an Irishman has been killed there in a horror crash with his partner. John Hennigan, 33, he's from Mayo, living in New York, and died over the weekend in a car crash there. His partner also died in the tragic incident, says the Irish Mirror today. And the Taoiseach warns he may call a general election this summer. Another story in the Mirror today. Mr Varadkar leaving the door wide open. He addressed the media, as Andrew said, at the RDS Count Centre in Dublin on Sunday.
In the top trends in this morning, European elections is still trending because, as we said, no seats have been filled just yet, so the counting continues. Local elections, all of Kerry's seats are now done, including 3 Healy Rays, who all got in. A couple of new faces in there as well. The Brexit Party are trending this morning because they had a right clear out across the UK. They knocked out loads of Lib Dems, loads of Labour, loads of Tories, and Nigel Farage is in some of the papers this morning just kind of going, without the milkshake. He's no milkshake.
Without the milkshake, all right. Yet. Yeah.
And Sunderland are trending as well because they lost in what was apparently a cracking game in the playoff final at the weekend to go up to League One. To go up from League One to the Championship. Charlton won that, so apparently that was a cracking game, but I saw none of it, so I don't know.
Sunderland's fall from grace has been pretty spectacular, hasn't it?
They had a great season, to be fair to them, but
It's not that long ago they were in the Premier League.
2 years ago, yeah. That's right, 3 years ago now.
Tough going. Yeah, it's one of the other top trends this morning. Today on Kerry's Full Breakfast, we are going to be up to €600 on Who's for Breakfast. So that means I said I'd give a clue, so I better get thinking about that. There'll be a clue on Who's for Breakfast this morning. We'll open lines in a little while. Yeah, I need to be kind of careful now with the clue. So somebody might win all that cash today. Let us know how your weekend was. I was at the Spice Girls on Friday night. Scroll down if you want to see a video from the concert.
Good crack.
And if you were there, brilliant crack. Brilliant crack.
Any sound problems?
Yeah, but were people going to the Spice Girls to hear amazing vocals? The vocals were crap.
By all account, I heard that bit, but by all account, that if you were in the Hogan stand or were you the
Yeah, it was the Hogan, yeah.
Well, it was Sky News reported that anybody in the Hogan stand upper couldn't hear it, but I
The
don't know.
vocals were crap, like they were so low, but
Yeah, but
I presume that is because they were rubbish, you know, and they were just like, turn down the mic. But the concert itself was brilliant and great
Yeah,
fun.
but you were going
and
for the crack though, weren't you?
I
Like, you know what
listen,
I mean?
if you, I don't know, the people giving out the sound. Now, the only thing was tickets are very expensive.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So, like, they did cross my mind a couple of times. I was like, you'd expect this, like, I don't expect them to be great singers, but you would expect to be able to hear what they're
Yeah,
singing.
that's fair enough, yeah.
I do think it was possibly strategic, like.
Oh yeah, turned down on purpose.
Turns out,
yeah,
because
of course.
the music and all was great.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the vocals were low.
Yeah.
Like, even when they were talking, they were low. It was like they probably should have turned up the mics for the talking bits.
Yeah.
Great fun though. I really enjoyed it, and it was like gas.
Yeah, it seems like half of Kerry were there anyway. My entire
Yeah.
Instagram feed was just from people either walking to, during, or from Croke Park
Yeah.
afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah,
Mad
it was
crack.
good crack. We've got a competition as well starting. We'll let you know about that in the show this morning, which gets underway in a couple of moments. But do let us know who your weekend was. Comment here. We'll give you a mention on the show.
It's actually the start of a winning month, so details are coming up, but there's the chance to win simply €1,000 cash just for texting us.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
That'll be coming up on the show as well this morning. And as Elaine says, 600 quid for Who's for Breakfast. So let us know what you did for the weekend. Did you go anywhere nice? Were you at the Spice Girls as well? Did you see Elaine Kinsley? Did you rip her pants open?
Oh my
that's
God.
Not a sexual
Oh
thing.
my God.
That's just a 90s thing.
just a pants thing.
It's just a pants thing. Yeah, so if you were there, let us know. Rod Stewart apparently was great crack. 2.5 hours he played for by all accounts on Saturday night. So
Very
if
good.
you were there, let us know.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, I'm sure if you were on any of the buzz with the elections of the weekend, you can give us a shout as well. Text or WhatsApp us or leave your comments here. Will we wrap?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll wrap.
Have a
good
great day, guys. Bye.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.